podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record for pay-per-view.
My drop, I know my drop, I know my situation. I want to fight.
That's my production.
But it's gonna be very difficult for both of us.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes. Welcome back to another spontaneous edition. Listen, we're playing catch up. We were out in Alabama getting our hard working, grinding out with the heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder. Head on over to the YouTube channel and check out all the exclusive coverage. Plus, do not forget to check out the documentary. I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you it's going to look better. I mean, it already looks better. You can check the trailer for yourself, but I'm just saying it's better looking than 24/7 or All Access. That's fucking right. I said it. So what? George Groves versus Chris Eubanks. Last minute predictions. We're here to preview this fight. We're here to get your last minute predictions. It's going down in a little bit here in the US, and it's going down in quite a few hours in the UK. But yeah, we're here to talk about it. We got the Hipster Hunter in the Garden State instead of the Golden one. So why not continue to talk some boxing here from the TBV studios? So let's get on over to the Hunter.
Dollar DiBiase production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rope into a knockout. Now, when the main thing is, I just hope the guy, I wish.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, the hipsters here. Haters beware. And I'm pretty sure this fight has received zero hate out of the boxing fandom this weekend compared to, let's say, maybe a Devin Alexander, Victor Ortiz fight, Danny Garcia, Brandon Rios fight, which we just did a show on. Go check that out. Those fights had received some criticism. This one, not so much. This one has really received high praise. Like everyone on my timeline on social media has been saying, this is the fight of the weekend. This is a potential fight that can put Chris Eubank Jr. over, to use a pro wrestling term. This is the fight to potentially make Chris Eubank Jr. the star that's right below Anthony Joshua in the UK. I think George Groves and Carl Froch started this really mainstream wave of UK boxing with their rivalry, going to Wembley, selling out 70,000 seat stadium before Joshua did. And now we have sort of this return to form, I think, in a really big fight. Obviously not to that magnitude, but this is a big fight on ITV for free TV over there in the UK. Fantastic matchup. Veteran, former, contender in the division against a potential new star in the division. So many storylines here. Can't wait to chop it up with Eunice and the callers.
You're right. There are quite a few storylines.
And so many that I guarantee we're not going to get to every single one. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess we could start by the most obvious one, that I guess the narrative that Groves or that Eubank is getting Groves at the right time.
Of course we think that.
And for the casual fan, what does that mean exactly? Right time, Matt.
So right time is that look at Canelo Triple G, for example. That's another thing to look at if you're more of a casual fan to understand right time. Where a younger guy with a little more cachet, a little more industry push can be able to dictate sort of when the fight happens. A little bit different here with the tournament, obviously, but similar vein. And they fight a older, a little bit more faded star to sort of put themselves over. And that means to sort of make themselves a star by beating someone, hopefully. Beating another star. George Groves is a star in the UK, I would say. Or at least, maybe not obviously an AJ star, but he's definitely well known in the UK, in the boxing community, if not completely known in the boxing community in the UK and to the wider casual audience. Chris Eubank Jr. also has that with the Eubank, surname, with what his dad was in the 90s in the UK. So George Groves right now being a little more faded, having a bunch of losses on his resume at this point. looking a little more out of shape even. We've seen George Groves be a little more.
Wait, so you're saying you didn't like the way he looked at the weigh-in yesterday?
No, I did not.
Did he come in heavier than he's normally?
No, it's like body composition.
The physique.
The
You're not
physique.
happy with what?
No.
Whereas I was extremely impressed with how Eubank looked like a little
course.
G.I. Joe soldier.
But he always does. I mean, that he's Anthony Joshua sort of like body. Like he has that the perfect genetics in a sense, and the perfect workout regimen, and he works out all the time.
Except he doesn't gas out. I mean, he's throwing a lot of punches, Eubank is, and that is going to be the premise of everyone's really reason to pick him, no?
Mm-hmm.
Is the activity, what they believe he can do. The thing is, can he do it on this level?
And, I mean, really the only fight we can go back to is the Billy Joe Saunders fight.
Well, we really can't go to that. That was in their infancy. I mean, 10, 11, and 0.
Exactly. And it was a James DeGale, George Groves fight.
Well, actually, no. Saunders and Eubank actually happened not too long ago. It was like 2 years ago, right?
More like 3 or 4 years ago.
Really? But he wasn't 11 and no. That I was thinking of DeGale and Groves.
But still, I mean, that was a huge step up from what Chris Eubank was fighting beforehand. I believe Billy Joe Saunders at that point already had beat Andy Lee, for example. So I mean, that was a step up, and I think that we have now seen Chris Eubank Jr. Mature into his rightful division. Probably, I think he's probably cutting too much weight to get to 160.
I don't know about that. I don't even know what gives you that indication. But I will say that I'm on par with you that this is his second best opponent till date, and he definitely needs to make a statement. Mm-hmm. I used to be high on Groves. I used to love the way that he boxed. I felt like Canelo, it was like, wow, it's strange to see this guy have this much rhythm and soul, but he's not too good. He gets hit, and he's done some things. Chudinov, he wasn't mainstream, but he was a decent fighter, and people had some sorts of expectation for him. So, Groves got him out of there. That was impressive. But I always go back to Groves's comeback fight with Rabisi, and it's just like, I don't know what I saw there. And look, that could have been one rough night. Doesn't mean anything.
And we've seen guys in comeback fights look bad and sort of take a couple fights to get into. We have seen that before. And let's be honest, that knockout against Carl Froch was vicious.
But this is the thing.
That's hard to come back from.
This is the thing. I said that this year I'm going to show my excellence, and I'm not going to waste time. This is a last-minute prediction show. We were working. We were in Alabama, so we didn't have our normal Thursday flagship show to give everybody the opportunity to put their previews and predictions in. So we're doing that for you today. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy us coming back around and kind of OTing it for you while we were already putting that OT for out of town. Now we OT for overtime. You already fucking know. Hit the thumbs up button. Future, present, past lets us know that you appreciate us giving you these prediction shows. And that being said, I'm going with Eubank, the younger. I'm not going to say more talented because you're right. Off air, we spoke of the resume of a Groves. And right away, I'm like, yeah, you're giving him credit in losing. Or Robbie from the UK was giving him credit in losing. But you do get something from sharing the ring with someone as good as, whoever. And from you do take something from a defeat. Yeah. So
and even his losses, he was competitive.
Yes. Well,
I mean, what loss was he? Was he not competitive?
I mean, yeah, but then he just in the Froch fights, it was like he was doing well, and then boom, it's just flattened. And then the second one, it was like boom, he's doing well, then he just gassed. It's like you don't know with either of these guys. Like technically, I mean, realistically speaking, both of these guys have failed when they stepped up.
Yes. True.
So
and let's be honest. I mean, Chris Eubank's 160-pound tenure so far has been very lackluster. I mean, obviously,
if you're gonna go off resume, then Groves is the better guy. But Groves was rushed, so I think that there's miles on his career. Wow, he even has more rounds boxed, And then again, the speed and the activity of a Eubank. But the thing is that Eubank isn't technical. He's not like traditionally, it's not like he's fast behind the 1-2 or like a Mikey. You know what I mean? He's fast and wild.
He comes in flurries and combinations, and he mixes up to the
It's funny that he doesn't get any criticism for as wild as he is. Like, he can get caught in exchanges, and Groves is a big counterpuncher himself.
And he can be outboxed. I mean, Billy Joe Saunders outboxed him.
Yeah. Well, again, early in the career, he could have corrected some things.
He absolutely could have. But I'm saying, like, from what we have seen, the case study we have that is Chris Eubank's career, he can be outboxed with a great jab and great footwork. Now, can George Groves do that? Probably not. I don't think he has that good enough of a jab.
I think he's going to push Groves from the beginning.
He is.
And he's going to show him that he's old.
This is going to be one of those fights where you see that one guy is just clearly in his prime.
Who's in Groves' corner this time? Because this guy flips trainers more than I flip pancakes for my daughter in the morning. And I know that doesn't sound like a good joke, but like, she literally eats pancakes every fucking morning. So
that is true. She does. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know who.
And that's sad because once upon a time he's had about 2 good trainers, or at least notable ones.
Yeah, I have no idea who's in his corner.
They're saying Shane McGuigan. See, that's a good thing, or is it a bad thing? I mean, Carl left Shane, but Shane resurrected a Hay, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but Hay also really had a torn Achilles. So where was the resurrection?
If you want to say a trainer is shitty or great, you can't do that because a trainer is going to fit with each fighter differently.
Mm-hmm.
There's a vibe, there's energy. There's a relationship that you have to form. So there's a reason why some guys work and some guys mesh well and some guys don't. Not every guy works well with everyone.
Remember the number to call in if you want to give us your opinion or make your prediction on this fight. It's 1-425-569-5241. Me and Matt here in studio waiting for your opinion. These 2 guys touched noses. Did they shove each other? I didn't get to watch this live one.
I don't think they shoved each other.
I mean, how do you let another man's nose rest on your nose this way and not shove him the fuck off of you? Like, what the fuck? Imagine them breathing right now. They haven't eaten. Their breath stinks like a motherfucker right now. Get your nose and your face off of me right now. Back up. You haven't eaten since last night trying to make weight. Get off me, B. That was a body shot. That's body shot worthy right there. But what do you take away from this face-off, at least?
Nothing.
It's funny because
I tend to not really take away anything. I can be excited from it. No, but in terms of taking away like any aspect of how the fight goes down, no, I never do.
Yeah. I agree with that because I think that the Rios Garcia excited me. Let's see Rios pumped up excited me.
Yeah, but
know that he could, in a fantasy world, right? Like in a dreamland, he could possibly bring a good fight. I didn't get to see this one though, man. I don't know, man. And I really am interested in this fight. I hope I make it. I got to take Matt to the fucking airport, guys. So hopefully I get to watch this one live. I'm picking Eubank though. I said that already.
Agreed.
How about you?
Agreed.
Okay, so we're both picking
late TKO, probably rounds 7 to 10.
So this year we're going for excellence. We're trying to show these other guys like, yo, TBV, we just play around. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We really are the best.
# boxing excellence.
Okay. So we're always gonna pick the right pick. And yeah, I'm going with Eubank. Let's see what the callers got. First, the word from our sponsors.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Donald, talk to me. Oh, we got a few people saying Groves in the chat. Which way you lying?
What's going on? I am going to go with Eubank because I think the way this fight is going to look, I think Groves is going to do very good in the beginning and it's going to look pretty good for Groves. And I think in the end, if I have to say anybody will gas first, I would have to say it's going to be Groves because we all know that Groves is pretty good and he does gas in the later rounds when he's in a tough fight. I think that Eubank is going to give him a tough fight. And I think that I don't know. I don't really see this going the distance because I feel like if Groves wins, it won't be by a decision. It'll be by a knockout, and he would have to catch Eubank. And I feel like if Eubank wins, also, I think Eubank will lose the earlier rounds, and then Groves will gas out and Eubank will catch him and knock him out. So if I have to say, I'm going to go with Eubank, but I feel like whichever one of these guys wins is going to be a late round stoppage. I don't see this fight going the distance. I think this is a great fight right now. Like you guys said, Eubanks is trying to build himself at 168. I think his father's making smart moves for him, getting Groves at the right time. And this fight right here is kind of like a put up or shut up. It's like if Groves wins it, it's like, okay, you are the goods right now with this moment. And if Eubank wins it, and it's like, okay, you know, you had an early loss with Billy Joe Sanders, but we can just overlook that because you were younger in your career, and Billy Joe had a little bit more experience and more moves than what you had. And now we can see that you've grown into a good 168-pounder, and you're the goods, and then he could move forward from there. So, like I said, this is like a put up or shut up fight. Whoever the guy wins from this is pretty much going to be considered almost the goods, and then we got to see where they go from there after that, you know. But I think this is going to be a really good fight, though. You know, I definitely want to sit back and be watching this.
Well, Donald, man, thank you for your prediction, brother. Want to thank you, as always, for calling in. Remember that number, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time if you want to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're going out to Alex. Alex, where are you calling in from? I always forget. I know I'm horrible, but it's far. I love that you remind me, and then I always get excited how international the show is. So where is it again?
Yeah, I'm calling from Russia. It's just that I have a different, profile name. That's why I probably forgot.
Yeah, Russia. Awesome. What time is it over there?
It's 20 p.m. 80 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. 8:20.
8:20 p.m. Holy smoke! So, right. What time would the fight be coming on for you? The Groves
1 a.m. 1 in the morning.
Wow. So the Danny fight is what, the next day? Oh, yeah, it's definitely the next day.
Yeah, definitely the next day. It's about 6 in the morning.
So you'll just go to sleep and set the alarm to wake up for that one, or you'll just DVR?
No, I'm not waking up for Danny.
So you just DVRing that, or you're just gonna catch it on your news feed?
Yeah. I'll just wake up in the morning and then find it somewhere on the internet.
Oh, so you don't have Showtime?
No, we don't have Showtime in Russia.
Oh, shit.
I mean, probably you can buy some cable and subscribe to it, but that's a lot of problems there.
Do you find it difficult to access the U.S. fights at a good level of quality?
It's actually one of the benefits living in Russia, to be honest, because they broadcast all the big fights live.
Okay. Well,
so I don't have to pay for anything.
Sweet. Now that's definitely sweet. But give us your prediction, brother.
I'm picking Eubank. It's a very close fight, in my opinion, 50-50 fight. I think they're evenly matched when it comes to boxing IQ and overall boxing skills. Also, when it comes to power, but I think the defining factor here will be their chins, and I think that Eubank has a better chin. His chin has been proven, and that's why I'm picking Eubank to stop Groves somewhere in the middle rounds. Yeah.
Well, Alex, thank you for calling in.
By the way, Ness.
Yes.
If you make it back in time and you watch this fight live, can you do a live commentary? I'll just turn off Russian commentators, listen to you instead.
Oh my God! But you just want to hear me talk about the fight alone? I don't know how cool that would be with no one to bounce it off of. You might have to be on here live with me, brother. If you're gonna watch it with me, maybe. If I get back in time, I'm gonna Skype you and see if you up, man. You might have to co-host it with me. Look at that. Lucky you. Let's get out to, we went to Donald, the 804-624. 804-624, first time caller. If you are, let me know that you're a first time caller. We got this intro and you get the shine today, baby. 804-624. Hello. Okay. Ron in Oakland, talk to me.
Yo, what's up?
What up,
brother? I'm calling in because my ass just figured out how to hit the one button. I called a while ago when I did the mastermind Patreon, and I wanted to come in and say what's up.
Oh, yes.
Introduce myself to everyone. So
glad you called in. Listen, so obviously, with that level tier, you get to cut the line. So now that you figured out how to call in, you'll be able to access your ringer ability. And yeah, I'll send you a message so that you can send me. Actually, Matt, write that number down and text it to me so that we could get you all started in the mastermind. And we definitely need you. First, we'll put you with our AP Robert, and we'll go from there. But talk to us about this fight, brother. And again, thank you for signing up to Patreon.
Yeah, no worries. I actually sat through the whole call and thought I hit one, so I was like, oh. So the Chris Eubank and the George Groves fight, I'm gonna be honest. I watched probably some of the older George Groves fights. I haven't really seen him fight too much live time, so I went back to reanalyze, and I've seen a lot of the Chris Eubank fight. I'm starting to agree with like a lot of these people that if Chris Eubank happens to win, it would be towards the later of the round. If he can get past the jab, kind of work him out, you kind of like more of a physicality approach, but he can get caught in between. So as long as he shows his discipline in this fight as opposed to some of the other ones, I do think that he could possibly go with a knockout on Groves in the later round.
Well, Ron, thank you for your prediction. Like I said, we will be in touch. And then once again, thanks for signing up to Patreon. I hope you're enjoying all that coverage and early releases. We will be putting some behind the scenes footage from our Camp Life episodes with Deontay Wilder on Patreon for early release as well. So definitely take advantage. Download the free Patreon app on both Android and iPhone and make sure that your notifications are set. There's so many perks that you can get there. Don't forget that I believe, the $10 level? We're doing a raffle. Yes, so Robbie Hearn, you're slipping. Robbie, I think, was supposed to do the raffle on the 7th. So we will be announcing a winner shortly. And I also have to, let me see. I know I have to send out a few things only because most of the people already received all their shirts. So just want to say thank you for the support. Final thoughting it real quick, Matt. Yeah. Eubank, even though there are a few people in our comment chat here that are saying Groves, and our very own AP feels it's going to be Groves.
Well, that's what makes this such a great crossroads fight for both guys, in my opinion, is that this is a competitive fight.
Even what Ron said, it got me slightly scared towards the end. It's like, yo, he's right. If he can't get past the jab,
it's game over.
Yes,
the jab is going to be very crucial for this fight. And who can set the pace? That's going to be important. If Groves can control the pace of the fight and be able just to box, he wins. If Eubank is able to put on a pace and force Groves to fight his pace, then Eubank
Matt,
wins.
Where's the link to watch this fight? I got Dan saying.
Okay, you can find it at the World Boxing Super Series on
posted
YouTube.
on the Twitter. He says so. Robert, post the link for the World Boxing Super Series on Twitter, please. Thank you. Listen, we got to get Matt to the airport safely. Yes. It is almost time. We're going to say our goodbyes. Yes. Want to thank everyone for hitting that thumbs up button now, in the past, in the future. Don't forget to head on over to iTunes and drop us a 5-star review, letting the world know that this is the #1 podcast in the world. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Peace. No social. Damn,
we're good.
Matt's so popular, he don't even want to let you know his social media. He's like, yo, you want me? You find me. Damn. Talk about conceited. Yo, I think that's because he was with Cash Weezy all weekend, man. Yeah, I know you guys.
Yeah, all those